Griffball.
So who here plays matchmaking Griffball?
He's faster than you.
That's not always a good thing, brother. Not always a good thing. You gotta, wield the hammer.
All right. You guys ready to do a wave? Yeah, we're gonna do a wave. You guys ready? We're gonna start with here. You guys too. You ready? Come on. Ready? Go!
How can I not be having fun? This is like nerd heaven. I don't know how I'm bored.
Happy New Year! Is it New Year's already? Hi, I'm going to be taking pictures because let's see my
Check under your butt.
Right! I can't what? To have everybody here, I'm just going to introduce the panel real quick. On my left is Burnie Burns of Rooster Team. Jessica Shea from 343 Halo Waypoint. On my far right is Team Tex, known as JJ Shocker. He's the admin for Griffball.com. He's my very Hungarian, also known as John Mike, and he runs the GGL, which is the GrifballHub Griffball League. My name is Goosechecka. It's also Kelly, but I prefer Goose. And just want to welcome all here. And does anybody here actually play Griffball? Know about Griffball? Yeah? Just in case there's some shy people in here and they haven't ever played and you run here on accident, Griffball is a single bomb assault game type in Halo Reach where it's red versus blue, and the objective is to plant the bomb in the enemy plant, watch him explode, and kill people with hammers and swords.
The objective is to kill Griff.
Kill Griff, that's pretty much. Yes, exactly. But rather than talk about it, we're just going to show you it. This was a highlight reel created by PAX East. He's done a lot of really amazing work, so I hope you enjoy it. So you probably know Burnie Burns pretty well, and you know that he is the creator of Griffball and the reason we're really all here. So Burnie, could you talk a little bit about, how Griffball even started?
Yeah, sure. In the history of doing Red vs. Blue, when we were working with Bungie, the Halo game, so we were working with their game to use to make Red vs. Blue, we never really got early looks at things. Occasionally, Bungie would come to us and ask for features that would help people make movies in the game, like lowering the weapon. There were other things we asked for that never made it. Lowering the weapon, though, we seemed to make it in though. The one exception to seeing things early was the map pack that had Foundry in it for Halo 3, and it was in December. They were putting it out. They were really busy with this. Hey, we don't have time to make a video to really showcase this. You guys think you could do something fun with it? Could you do an episode of Red vs. Blue that showed off the 3 different maps? And it was Foundry, Standoff, and what was that? Rat Race, yeah, and that one. And so we did it, and then so Foundry was the first map that was the kicker for Forge, right? I mean, that was the Forge map. And so we were goofing around. It was me and Gavin Free, who was in town tonight. This guy from the UK who's part of our community. Do you guys know Gavin at all? Yeah. So we were kicking around, and I've always loved alternative sport game types. And I'm also really terrible at Halo matchmaking. So those two things in my life came together. I was playing around with Gavin. We made 2 different game types. We made one that was a paintball game type that we never really did anything with, which is 1 shot, 1 kill, with little barriers. And then we did this thing that we initially called rugby, where you had to just score by planting a bomb, and it turned essentially assault into like a basketball kind of a game is what. Mixture of basketball and rugby. And then we started messing around with it and realized that you could set the bomb carrier traits to change their color, and we changed the color to orange so you could see it. And then Gavin, remember, we had some dumb reference in season 4 of Red vs. Blue where Griff is on a cliff, Sarge is shooting at him, making him go back and forth, get duck at the carnival, and Sarge says, "This is the best game since Griffball." And it was just like some stupid game type that, Sarge would have played where Griff got killed a bunch of times, and so that's how the name stuck for Griffball. And so it seemed like this really well-planned thing that we did, but it wasn't. season 5 of Red vs. Blue, and when we started reconstruction, and then we started Griffball.com. We had our developer Ben make the league site with all the stats and all that. And ran that for, I think, 2 seasons, which took me about 4 months. And at that point, I was like, wow, it's, you know, we haven't had a new Red vs. Blue season in a while. I had this idea for reconstruction. So then we essentially turned it over to the community. Caleb ran the leagues for a really long time, PP Moocap. And Jack also ran, he was called Monkey at the time. He ran, I think, the 4th league, and now Jack is the lead on Achievement Hunter over at Rooster Teeth. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. And the cool thing about it was that it eventually got included as a game type. And the reason why it was able to make it actually into the hopper was because it wasn't what they call an honor game. You didn't have to sit there at the beginning of the match and say, okay, now we're not going to do this, or this is how we play, or when you get killed, turn green, you get out your sword and play a zombie. It actually worked within the rules of the game so that you just stick it into the hopper. So if you're interested in custom game types, if you can make something that actually does fit the rules of Halo, it might eventually make its way into the hopper somewhere. So.
Now, what's it been like watching something that really started off as an accidental and a joke? It now has its own playlist in Halo Reach, and it is the most popular playlist 99% of the time. What's it like seeing how Griffball has evolved?
Wow, it's been really cool. I mean, we talk about how it's evolved. It was really awesome to make something and be the only person who knew the rules. So I got to be the best person in the world at something for about 24 hours, which was great. It was actually, we played a hump day against Bungie way back in the day, and they slaughtered us. It was one of the most embarrassing hump days of all time. And then we played with Griffball, and they kept emailing us saying, yeah, we want to play this custom game type that's getting more popular. What are the rules? And we say, oh, we'll mail those to you in a minute. Nice. Then when we came down to play the match, we said, well, you'll figure it out in the first match. And so we destroyed them, I think, like 9-0, and then they finally scored a goal in the last match. But that was a nice vindication for us, I think, more than anything else. It was just really cool. It's really, you know, we started doing Red vs. Blue as fans of Halo, massive fans of Halo, and that never changed. And so it's crazy to see something that's such a big part of our lives, and we get to contribute something to it. It's hard to explain, but it's one of the most awesome things of all time.
And what do you see for the future of Griffball? What's coming up?
Well, I think it's more for you guys to determine. I mean, once we turn it over to the community, now, like I said, when we first started playing and nobody else knew the rules, you know, we were some of the best players in the world. But now, when I get into play, there's people flying over my head and jumping off parts of the wall that I don't know exist. And you know, when I first started playing Griffball, it was played on the ground, and now apparently it's not. There's like 3 tiers, and so I live on the bottom tier where I just run around and say, I think you went that way. And so I don't know. With Reach and everything, I started playing again at Reach, and the hammers are completely different, so I had to readjust there. So I'm just looking forward, as always, to what the community's going to do with it.
All right, now, Jess, you're a little bit of a Griffball fan too, right?
Okay, this took me like 2 weeks to come up with something like that. That would be awesome. I happen to think Griffball is the bomb. Thank you.
Well, I mean, what initially drew you to Griffball?
Team killing.
Fred may be correct. I have a mention for accidentally betraying that video I showed. Griffball definitely showcases my skills in that department. I really like Griffball because I see it as like a microcosm of Halo. Halo is this great big universe, right? And you can like only the campaign, or you can only play match campaign, or you can collect the toys, or you can be super into the fiction and the novels. And Griffball kind of allows the same experience, where people like me, I know how to pull this right trigger, so I can pull people away with Griffball, right? But then there's also people that do these crazy ass jumps and these moves, you know, they do moves called flowers, and they have launches, and so there's several different levels you can play it. I know some guy named 42 that makes panoramas. So he plays Griffball and then just makes these gorgeous screens. People make the courts. I love that it's whatever you want it to be. For people like me, pull trigger, or whatever level you can actually take it to for people that actually have skills.
But the cool thing about it too is that even if you're an average player, you can still have those incredible moments. You know, like a guy in that piece where he got the Killionaire. and somebody dropped the ball right in front of the goal, he knew, I'm not going to score that goal. I'm going to go for my killionaire. Because I would never get a killionaire in any other kind of matchmaking ever. But it's like, I've gotten 2 so far. Those moments are just, they're unique to Griffball. That's what I love about it too.
Yeah, there are lots of epic win moments in Griffball. Probably more than any other playlist, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how did that just happen? And there's a lot of tension and anticipation of, you know, oh, I have no shield, I got the bomb, I'm so close, it's going to spawn. Do I drop back? Do I push forward? Do I stiff arm? Do I retreat? And it's very, very tactile. It's very, you can tell I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, there's also a lot of garbage that you can pretend you completely planned beforehand.
Yeah. So I know 343's been a really big supporter of Griffball. You guys have, you know, you've done mini-series with Griffball and Rooster Team. You allow us to do Team of the Month and highlight videos once a month. What is it that 343 finds in Griffball that they enjoy so much?
I would say 343 in general likes the same things that I do. We really love your community. We love these communities that branch off and that do their own thing. They're really positive. They drop the one and they allow you to play the game in a different way that maybe other people don't. We love that, and we love to support that in the communities that do that. We love Rooster Team a lot. Probably more than we should. When they came up with the idea for the Griffball series.
Well, we were talking. We were talking about for 343 for Waypoint when it was launching content being provided. We thought, well, let's do something that's unique to 343 or the Waypoint that people would want to see. And because it was so big in the Halo community, it just seemed like it would fit to do something in Griffball, and it was something totally new and fresh that we could do.
So they wanted to do this mini-series, which all I heard, like you just said, was that it was my idea. My voice and stuff like that. And so they pitched these 3 great storylines, and we're such nerds. And we love Halo, we love them, so, you know, we're back there. Oh my God, these are so awesome, and we're dancing. But then we go to that and we're like, yeah, let's do that one. Actually, I think we're all cool, right? And we're not the biggest fanboys ever. So what we knew we were going to do, but we didn't tell them because we didn't want to freak them out on her fanboyness, is we said, yeah, let's do this one. And then they finished it, and then we said, hey, let's do this one next. And then they finished that one, and then we said, hey, how about this one over here too? And
Which was kind of surprising because we just combined all the jokes from the 3 pitches into the first one. So and we actually have a new one that we've been producing now. It's the work stoppage one. So far we've done, this will be our 4th one, I believe, that we've done with Waypoint. Where I don't know the exact dates, but it should be up to, I think, sometime in the next month and a half. There's a lot of stuff happening with Halo between now and then. So we'll be sometime, I think, in the hopper for the next like 60 days, I'd say.
does anybody watch the